There are moments in life when you wake up in the middle of the night and something inside you tells you that what just happened was not ordinary. You open your eyes slowly and the room feels different, almost as if another presence has been there with you. Maybe the atmosphere is heavy, or maybe it's strangely peaceful, as though heaven itself breathed over your pillow. You can't quite explain it, but you feel it. These are the moments when your spirit whispers a truth your mind has not yet caught up with. God has been speaking to you, and you didn't even realize it. Many chosen ones experience these encounters long before they understand what they truly are. You wake up with flashes of imagery, scenes that feel too real to be just dreams. A conversation replaying in your mind, a warning, a place you've never been, a person you haven't seen in years. Or maybe a message so clear that you remember only the emotion, not the details. These fragments cling to your spirit because they carry meaning, they carry instruction, they carry revelation, they carry destiny. But you dismiss them, you brush them off. You say, maybe it's just stress, maybe my mind is tired, maybe it's nothing. Yet deep down, you know the truth. It is something. It is more than something. It is God. God has been trying to reach you in the one place where the world can no longer drown out his voice, when everything is silent, when your mind is still, and when your soul is finally able to hear. And while you sleep, your spirit wakes. This is the mystery many chosen ones live with, long before they ever learn language for it. You lie down, close your eyes, and drift into what should be simple rest. But something else happens, something spiritual, something divine, something that is not of this world. You wake up with strange feelings, as if your dream followed you into the morning. You sit at the edge of your bed, wondering why your heart is beating fast, or why you feel a deep calm you can't explain. You feel as if you saw something, heard something, or traveled somewhere, but it slips from your memory like smoke between your fingers. Sometimes the atmosphere around you feels heavy, almost pressing on your chest. Other times it feels quiet, too quiet, like the stillness before a revelation. It's as if the entire room has witnessed something you weren't fully conscious for. You might walk around your house in the morning trying to shake off the sensation, but the truth is you can't, because what you experienced wasn't imagination, it was encounter. The spiritual realm becomes most active when your physical senses are asleep. That's when God chooses to speak. That's when he whispers mysteries. That's when he unveils the things your waking mind is too distracted to perceive. And then there are those flashes of dreams, quick images that hit you with so much clarity you feel like you actually stood there. Sometimes it's only a second or two, but the impact lingers. You know it meant something. You know it wasn't random. You know it touched your spirit in a way nothing from this world could. This is the mystery of nighttime encounters. God is closer than you think, more involved than you realize, more communicative than you've noticed. But only a few can sense it. Only a few can discern it. Only a few are called to recognize it. And those few are the chosen ones, which is why you're here. There is a saying many of God's chosen understand only after their awakening. When your body shuts down, your spirit wakes up. This is not just poetic language, it is spiritual truth. When your physical senses sleep, the deeper part of you, the eternal part, becomes attentive. The spirit does not grow tired. The spirit does not sleep. The spirit does not shut down. And so, during the hours when the world is silent, God speaks, not loudly, not violently, but clearly, deeply, and personally. The Bible affirms this. In Job 33:14-15, it says, "For God does speak now one way, now another, though no one perceives it, in a dream, in a vision of the night, when deep sleep falls on people." This means God has been speaking all along, but not everyone perceives his voice. Not everyone notices the signs. Not everyone recognizes the symbolism. Not everyone understands the language of dreams. Not everyone is spiritually awake enough to decode what heaven is revealing. But you, if you are watching this, reading this, or listening to this message, then you are not everyone. You are one of the ones God is calling to a deeper understanding. You are one of His chosen. Dreams are not meant to confuse you. They are meant to communicate with you. You are not meant to wake up lost. You are meant to wake up informed, guided, strengthened, and spiritually aligned. Dreams are not random firing of the brain. Dreams are spiritual downloads. Dreams are messages wrapped in symbols. Dreams can be warnings, confirmations, directions, instructions, preparations, or revelations. And because the enemy also tries to speak in dreams, you must learn to discern which voice is which. God speaks with clarity, calmness, and purpose. The enemy speaks with fear, chaos, and distortion. But no matter what, the truth remains. Your dreams are spiritual territory, and God uses them to reach you in ways your waking life often blocks. When you begin to understand this truth, the entire way you see your nighttime experiences will shift. What once felt strange will begin to feel familiar. What once confused you will begin to make sense, and what once felt like fragments will come together like pieces of a divine puzzle. Because every dream, every image, every feeling, every encounter has purpose, and you are being positioned to understand it. There is a reason why the mysteries of your nights have been increasing. There is a reason you feel spiritually sensitive. There is a reason you sense things deeply, even without explanation. There is a reason your dreams feel heavy with meaning. It is because you are called. Only a few are given eyes to see beyond the surface. Only a few can sense what others ignore. Only a few carry a spiritual assignment that wakes them up at unusual hours, gives them unusual dreams, and draws them into unusual spiritual awareness. This is not coincidence. This is calling. Amos 3:7 says, "Surely the sovereign Lord does nothing without revealing His plan to His servants." God reveals before He acts. He warns before He moves. He prepares before He elevates. And the fact that you are here right now is confirmation. He has been revealing things to you because you are part of His plan. You are not lost. You are not forgotten. You are not imagining things. You are not too sensitive. You are being prepared. You are being awakened. You are being positioned. If you feel this in your spirit, type Amen as a declaration that you are ready to hear, ready to see, and ready to understand what God has been speaking to you at night. This message is not reaching you by accident. Your spirit was guided here, and heaven has something to say to you. So, I invite you, stay until the final prayer. Don't rush, don't click away. Your understanding is about to deepen, and your discernment is about to sharpen. You are stepping into a season where every sign becomes clearer, and every message becomes louder. You are a chosen one. God has been speaking, and now, you're finally ready to recognize it. 1. Dream of water, the revelation of your inner world. Water is one of the most spiritually charged symbols God uses when He speaks in dreams. It is fluid, alive, powerful, impossible to grasp, yet impossible to ignore. Water reflects you, your heart, your emotional landscape, your spiritual state, your hidden battles, and your unspoken prayers. When God chooses water to communicate, it's because He is trying to reveal what is happening inside of you, even when you can't articulate it yourself. Water dreams are not random. They are diagnostic. They are reflective. They are revelatory. They show you where you truly stand, not where you pretend to stand. And for many chosen ones, these dreams appear most often during seasons of transition, healing, or calling, those moments when God is shifting you into a deeper spiritual identity. Depending on the state of the water in your dream, God may be showing you your restlessness, your restoration, or your readiness. Let us go deeper. There are nights when you dream of waves crashing violently, of storms swirling overhead, or of yourself falling into waters that feel overwhelming and merciless. Maybe you see yourself drowning, sinking, or gasping for breath. These are not nightmares. They are messages. Chaotic water dreams reveal that your inner world is in distress. Even if you've been functioning normally on the outside, you might be carrying emotional overwhelm, unresolved grief, buried pain, or internal battles that you have pushed down for too long. To anyone else, you look strong, but God sees beneath the surface. And when the waters in your dreams are raging, God is revealing the turmoil your soul has been silently fighting through. It is His way of showing you, I see what you don't speak about. I see the weight you're carrying. You are not being judged. You are not being punished. You are being seen. The story of Jonah mirrors this. In Jonah 2:5-6, he describes his moment of despair. The waters closed in over me. The deep surrounded me. Jonah wasn't being punished. He was being redirected. The chaos he experienced was not God abandoning him, but God positioning him. The storm was not destruction, it was correction, and Jonah's sinking moment was the beginning of his surrender. So if you dream of wild, overwhelming waters, it is a sign that God is calling you to stop running from your calling, your truth, your pain, or your healing. These dreams come to wake you up, not frighten you, to get your attention, not break your spirit. God is whispering through the storm, give me what hurts. Let me calm what you're afraid to confront. Then there are the dreams on the opposite end of the spectrum, dreams where the water is calm, peaceful, and beautifully still. You may find yourself standing by a clear lake, walking beside gentle waves, or floating effortlessly on water that reflects the sky like a mirror. When God shows you still waters, He is revealing a season of restoration, clarity, and spiritual alignment. The external world may be chaotic, but inside you, something is becoming steady. You are beginning to trust God more deeply. You are entering a place where your spirit is at ease because you are aligned with His will. This dream aligns with the heart of Psalm 23:2. He leads me beside still waters. He restores my soul. Still water dreams are a sign that God is healing places within you that used to be frantic. They are a sign that you are stepping into spiritual maturity. They are a sign that you are learning to rest in God instead of resisting Him. Whenever you dream of still water, it is as if God is whispering directly to your spirit. You're in the current of my will. Stay here. He is showing you that even if the world around you is loud, your spirit is being anchored. You are being carried into peace, not the kind you manufacture, but the kind He gives. These dreams are confirmations. They are divine affirmations. They signal new levels of stability, wisdom, and emotional grounding. Still waters are God's way of saying, you're becoming who I called you to be. But there is another type of water dream, the kind where the water is neither chaotic nor still, but moving, shifting, pulling, or rising. Maybe you dream of waves pushing you forward. Maybe the tide is rising beneath your feet. Maybe a current is carrying you somewhere you did not expect. This kind of dream is a sign that you are entering a spiritual transition. Something in your life is shifting. You are crossing over from one season to another, from old patterns to new ones, from bondage to breakthrough, from stagnation to movement. These dreams represent your Red Sea moment, the moment when you stand between what you're leaving and what you're about to enter, and, just like Israel at the Red Sea, the crossing is not always comfortable. The waters move, the earth shakes, the path is unfamiliar, yet God is in it. Isaiah 43:2 captures the heart of these dreams. When you pass through the waters, I will be with you. Not before the waters, not after the waters, through the waters. This dream is God saying, I am with you in this transition. You will not drown in what you're leaving or be lost in what you're entering. Wow. The movement of water in dreams reflects God's hand, shifting things around you, preparing you for promotion, alignment, or elevation. It indicates that something new is emerging, something that requires your trust, your obedience, and your readiness. The waters move because you are being moved. God is guiding you towards something greater than what you are releasing. Every water dream, whether chaotic, still, or transitional, carries one hidden purpose: to reveal your response to God. Are you resisting Him? Are you avoiding something He's asking you to face? Are you trusting Him in the unknown? Are you stepping into the direction he is calling you toward? Or are you anchored in peace because you are already aligned? Water dreams don't just show your life. They show your posture toward God, your posture toward growth, your posture toward destiny. Because at the root of every water dream is a spiritual question. Will you surrender? Will you surrender the chaos inside you so he can calm it? Will you surrender your fears so he can lead you beside still waters? Will you surrender your comfort so he can move you into transition? Will you surrender your control so you can step into your calling? God uses water because water can't be controlled. You can't grab it. You can't contain it. You can't fight it. You can only flow with it. And when he shows you water in dreams, he is inviting you to stop wrestling and start trusting, to let him lead you into places your fear would have never allowed you to go. Ultimately, water dreams are not about the water. They are about you. They reveal your battles, your peace, your transformation, and your direction. They show you where God is working, where you are resisting, and where you need to surrender. For the chosen ones, these dreams come as guidance, as warning, as comfort, and as confirmation. When the waters rage, God is calling you to release your inner turmoil. When the waters rest, God is affirming that you are aligned with his will. When the waters move, God is preparing you for elevation. And through it all, he asks the same question: will you trust me with what you cannot control? Because when you finally say yes, when you surrender, the chaos calms, the clarity returns, the path opens, and your destiny begins to unfold. 2. Dream of serpents. The revelation of hidden threats. There are some dreams that shake you to your core, not because they are loud, but because they reveal what you never saw coming. Among these dreams, none are more spiritually diagnostic, more revealing, or more alerting than the dreams involving serpents. When God allows a serpent to appear in your dream, it is never random, it is never meaningless, it is never just a nightmare. Serpent dreams are spiritual alerts, divine notifications from the unseen realm, exposing what is moving around you, against you, or toward you without your conscious awareness. A serpent in a dream is God's way of saying, pay attention, something is near you that does not have your best interest at heart, not to scare you, not to weaken you, but to prepare you. He reveals the attack before it happens. He brings the hidden into the light. He exposes deception before you fall into it. You are a chosen one, and because of that, your spiritual sensitivity is higher, your calling is heavier, and your enemies, both natural and spiritual, are more intentional. God uses serpent dreams to sharpen your discernment and awaken your spiritual vision. Let us go deeper into this mystery. There is nothing accidental about seeing a serpent in a dream, whether it's coiled, rising, slithering silently, or watching you from a distance. The moment that image enters your dream space, heaven is sending you a warning. These dreams often reveal emotional venom you have absorbed without realizing it. Venom from betrayal, jealousy, false friendship, manipulation, or envy. Sometimes you sense it during the day, an uneasy feeling, a shift in someone's tone, a subtle change in how they look at you. But at night, the truth comes into focus. Serpent dreams tell you that someone may be speaking against you behind your back. Someone may be smiling while harboring resentment. Someone may be jealous of your grace, your calling, your gift, your progress. Someone may be close to you, but spiritually misaligned. The serpent represents the intentions people hide, not the ones they show. God uses these dreams not because he wants you afraid, but because he wants you aware. The danger of a snake is not in its size, it is in its subtlety. A serpent hides, a serpent waits. A serpent strikes only when unnoticed. And when God shows you the serpent, he is destroying its advantage. He is saying, you will not be blindsided. These dreams sharpen your instincts and bring clarity to relationships, environments, and decisions. They are heaven's way of saying, you are being watched, but you are also being protected. One of the most prophetic elements in a serpent dream is the location of the bite. If the snake attempts to strike or actually bites you, God is specific in his symbolism. If the serpent tries to bite your hand, this dream reveals that the enemy is attacking your calling, your gifting, or the work of your hands. The hand represents your anointing, your skill, your creative power, and your purpose. This kind of dream indicates attacks against your productivity, your confidence, your assignments, or your ability to operate in your God-given gifts. If the serpent targets your foot, the meaning shifts. The foot represents your direction, your movement, and your spiritual journey. A bite to the foot symbolizes an attack on your next step, your decisions, path, purpose, elevation, or transition. This is the enemy attempting to slow you down or push you off the divine path God has laid before you. God does not reveal this to frighten you. He reveals it so you can fortify yourself. He is showing you the target so you can strengthen the weak point. A serpent's choice of where to strike tells you exactly where you need protection, where you need prayer, and where you need discernment. Sometimes the serpents in your dreams do not attack. They hide. They remain coiled in dark corners, beneath furniture, underwater, behind trees, or in tall grass. These dreams are even more powerful because they reveal hidden threats, people whose intentions are masked behind friendliness or silence. A hidden snake in a dream symbolizes asterisk, a person pretending to be aligned with you but secretly working against you. Asterisk, someone who smiles but harbors jealousy. Asterisk, someone who is connected to you but not truly for you. Asterisk, an environment that looks safe but carries spiritual danger. Asterisk, a relationship that appears harmless but drains your spirit. These dreams are not fear-based. They are surveillance-based. God allows you to see what the enemy hopes you never detect. He shows you the hidden, so you won't walk blindly into harm. Hidden snake dreams often come during seasons when asterisk, you are about to enter a new opportunity. Asterisk, new people are coming into your life. Asterisk, you are rising spiritually or professionally. Asterisk, God is elevating your visibility or influence. The more you rise, the more snakes gather in the shadows. This is spiritual reality. You do not attract serpents when you are stagnant. You attract them when you carry promise. And so God reveals them before they can strike. These dreams aren't about fear. They are about discernment. They call you to examine relationships, listen to your intuition, and seek God's clarity before trusting fully. There is immense prophetic power when, in the dream, you kill the serpent. This is not just a symbol. It is a spiritual declaration. Killing a snake in a dream signifies that God is giving you victory over a hidden enemy, a spiritual attack, or a generational threat. Psalm 91:13 declares, "You will tread on the lion and the cobra. You will trample the great lion and the serpent." When you strike the snake, crush its head, or overpower it in a dream, God is revealing that asterisk, the attack against you will fail. Asterisk, the person speaking against you will be exposed. Asterisk, the spiritual plan against your progress has been cancelled. Asterisk, the enemy's access to you has been removed. This is not just symbolic, it is spiritual warfare happening in your sleep. Remember, while your body rests, your spirit fights. Sometimes you do not win with words, you win with spiritual power. Killing the serpent also represents the breaking of old patterns, cycles of fear, trauma, manipulation, or temptation. It symbolizes spiritual confidence. It is God saying, "You are stronger than what is stalking you." Victory in the dream realm often precedes victory in the physical realm. What is defeated spiritually becomes defeated naturally. After all of this, the true purpose of serpent dreams becomes clear. God is training you in discernment. The world is noisy. People can be deceptive. Environments can be misleading. Words can be sweet, while intentions are sour. But your spirit cannot be fooled. Not when God is leading it. 1 John 4:1 teaches us, "Test the spirits to see whether they are from God." Serpent dreams sharpen your ability to asterisk, sense danger before it arrives. Asterisk, recognize true intentions behind people's smiles. Asterisk, identify energy that is not of God. Asterisk, trust your instincts. Asterisk, protect your calling. Asterisk, move wisely rather than emotionally. This training is essential for chosen ones because your destiny requires spiritual awareness. The higher you go, the more you must see clearly. Every new level requires new discernment. God is not trying to frighten you. He is preparing you, not trying to confuse you. He is sharpening you, not trying to overwhelm you. He is equipping you. When you understand serpent dreams, you no longer fear them. You respect them. You learn from them. You respond to them with authority, because you are not helpless. You are not vulnerable. You are not alone. You are a chosen one, protected, guided, and spiritually armed. 3. Dream of doors, the revelation of divine timing and assignment. When you step into the realm of dreams, where doors appear again and again, you are not encountering random imagery or a scattered subconscious. You are stepping into one of the clearest symbolic languages God uses to communicate timing, assignment, and readiness. Doors are not passive objects. They are thresholds. They represent the spaces between where you have been and where you are meant to go next. And when they show up in your night visions, heaven is trying to tell you something about a shift, a movement, a calling, or a moment that is approaching. A door in a dream is never just a door. It is a conversation between your destiny and your discernment, because every chosen one eventually reaches a place in their journey where they must confront the doorway spiritually, emotionally, relationally, or purposefully. What you see in the dream is often a direct mirror of what is unfolding in your life, even if you don't consciously see it yet. And so God begins the conversation through the doors of your dreams. There are moments in your dream life when you find yourself standing before a door that is already open wide, inviting, almost glowing, as if light itself is pouring through the frame. When that image appears, it is heaven's way of saying, you have reached a threshold prepared for you, but it is also saying something deeper. Now step through. An open door is never merely symbolic of opportunity. It is an announcement that God has positioned something in your path that no human hand can block or close. It is the embodiment of Revelation 3:8. See, I have placed before you an open door that no one can shut. This means that whatever you saw in the dream is not accidental. If the door is open, it has been opened by God Himself. This is not the work of connections, manipulations, qualifications, or coincidences. This is heaven's doing. But here is the part many people miss. Every open door is also a test. Not a test to condemn you, but a test to reveal your readiness. You may dream of walking toward the open door, yet feeling hesitation. You may see yourself peering through the doorway, but unable to step forward. You may feel the pull of fear, doubt, unworthiness, or uncertainty, keeping your feet frozen. If so, the dream is addressing something internal. Your destiny is open, but your courage has not yet caught up. God will often show the open door before He expects you to walk through it, because vision comes before movement. He lets you see the promise before you possess it. Open door dreams are heaven's invitation. Prepare, I am positioning you. Sometimes the dream shifts. The door is not open but locked. You may push it, knock on it, shake the handle, or stand before it in frustration or confusion. To the untrained eye, this feels like denial. It feels like God is withholding something, blocking progress, closing off access. But locked doors in dreams have a deeper, more compassionate purpose. They are not symbols of rejection, they are shields of protection. Sometimes the worst thing God could do is let you enter a season you are not equipped to survive. Sometimes He closes a door because the timing is off, the people involved are wrong, or the environment would drain you rather than grow you. Think of Hannah, who cried year after year for a child, not realizing that the closed womb was actually divine timing, protecting a prophetic destiny. Samuel could not be born at any moment. He had to come in a generation that needed his voice. Your locked door dream carries the same message. Delay is not denial. I am aligning what surrounds the promise. If you dream of locked doors, God is calming your spirit. You are not late. You are protected. You are not forgotten. You are preserved. You are not blocked. You are being positioned. There are other times when the dream shifts again. You see a door that has been kicked open, broken, or forced. The frame may be damaged. The lock may be shattered. Someone or something has entered without permission. These are not ordinary dreams. These are warnings. Dreams of broken doors indicate that something or someone has tried to gain access to your life illegally. This could be emotional access, spiritual access, relational access, or even mental access. Someone may be crossing boundaries. Someone may be draining your energy. Someone may be entering spaces they were not invited into. And spiritually, it can also signal interference, manipulation, or distraction, the enemy attempting to gain entry into areas God has sealed for your protection. It reflects the truth of John 10:10. The thief comes only to steal, kill, and destroy. A forced door dream is heaven's way of saying, guard your spirit, check your circle, pay attention to energy shifts, watch your boundaries. It is not to frighten you, it is to wake you up. For chosen ones, discernment is a shield, not a luxury, and these dreams sharpen it. This is one of the most profound door-related dreams. You see the door may be open, may be closed, may be glowing with promise, but you simply cannot move forward. Your feet stay planted, your spirit hesitates, your mind freezes. In these dreams, the door is not the issue. The delay is not external. The barrier is not circumstantial. The dream is revealing you to yourself. You are standing at the threshold of something significant, but you have not yet stepped into the mindset, faith, or boldness required to enter. This moment reflects the Israelites standing at the border of the Promised Land, so close that they could see it, yet too afraid to step into it. They had the access, they had the promise, they had the divine backing, but they lacked the courage. Many chosen ones experience this same tension. God opens a door, but fear whispers louder than faith. Opportunity arrives, but insecurity argues against it. Destiny calls, but your history tries to drag you backward. Dreams where you cannot walk through the door are God's gentle confrontation. You are ready in destiny, but not yet ready in confidence. I need to strengthen your faith before I elevate your assignment. The door is not waiting on me, you are waiting on yourself. The dream is not a rebuke, it is an invitation to growth. After all the imagery, open doors, locked doors, broken doors, doors you cannot enter, God brings you to the ultimate question, the one that sits at the heart of every door dream. Are you ready to possess what you asked for? This question is not meant to intimidate you, it is meant to clarify you. Because prayers open possibilities, but preparation determines capacity. Sometimes we pray for blessings we have not healed enough to hold. Sometimes we ask for opportunities we are not disciplined enough to steward. Sometimes we seek elevation without realizing. Elevation requires endurance. So God uses dreams to begin the inner dialogue. He shows you doors to show you yourself. He reveals access points to reveal readiness. He exposes threats to strengthen boundaries. He opens opportunities to awaken courage. And ultimately, the interpretation comes back to this. If God opened the door tonight, could you walk through it with faith, maturity, and obedience? Door dreams are not about architecture, they are about alignment. They teach you not only where God is leading you, but who you must become along the way. And if you have been seeing these dreams, know this. You are approaching a divine threshold. You are entering a season of decision, preparation, and positioning. God is getting ready to shift something, open something, or reveal something. Your dream is a signal. Your moment is near. 4. Dream of a baby. The revelation of spiritual birth. There are dreams that are symbolic, dreams that are corrective, and dreams that are prophetic. But then there are dreams that speak of birth. And when a baby appears in your dreams, you are not simply encountering a random image or a reflection of the past. You are being shown something that has already been conceived in your spirit, something that heaven has planted, nurtured, and protected long before you even became aware of it. Dreams of babies carry weight because they reveal not just what God is doing around you, but what He is doing within you. These dreams pull back the veil and show you what you're carrying, your calling, your gift, your assignment, your destiny, and whether the baby appears healthy, crying, neglected, abandoned, or threatened. Each detail is a message from God about the responsibility, urgency, and warfare connected to what He has placed inside you. So, when a baby appears in your dream, God is whispering, "I have placed something within you that must come forth." When the baby appears as destiny itself, God is revealing something conceived in the Spirit before the foundation of your life. You may see yourself holding a baby, discovering a baby, protecting a baby, or even giving birth in a dream. And though the image seems simple, its meaning is profound. A baby in a dream represents something that heaven has assigned to you, something new, something sacred, something fragile, but filled with purpose. It may be a calling you haven't yet stepped into, a ministry that is just beginning to awaken, a vision or idea God has placed in your spirit, a purpose He prepared before you were born. Dreams like these remind you of Jeremiah 1:5. "Before I formed you in the womb, I knew you. Before you were born, I set you apart." This scripture is not just about the prophet Jeremiah. It's about every chosen one who carries divine purpose within them. When you see a baby in your dream, God is showing you the beginning stage of something He has already prepared for you. It might be small now, but in heaven's eyes, it is powerful, significant, and destined. Babies symbolize the early stage of greatness. They don't appear developed, mature, or strong because destinies rarely do. They require nurturing, they require faith, they require patience, but they also signify that what God promised is alive inside you. When the dream shows you holding the baby, God is highlighting your responsibility for a divine assignment that may seem small now, but will shape nations later. If you find yourself holding a baby in your dream, whether gently, fearfully, protectively, or even with confusion, God is speaking directly to your sense of stewardship. To hold a baby is to hold something that depends on your care, your decisions, your discipline, and your maturity. Holding the baby means you are responsible for what God has given you. You are entrusted with something precious. God believes you can sustain what He has birthed in you. Sometimes you may feel unprepared. Sometimes you may feel overwhelmed. Sometimes you may wonder, why me? But the dream is reminding you, heaven handpicked you for this assignment. The baby may seem small in the dream, tiny, fragile, almost insignificant, but do not misinterpret small as minor. Many world-shifting things begin small. Moses began as a baby hidden in a basket. Samuel began as a baby entrusted to a praying mother. Jesus Himself came into the world as a newborn wrapped in cloth. Your dream is showing you that what God has given you might not look impressive yet, but it carries destiny that will one day influence lives, shift atmospheres, and break generational patterns. God is saying, protect what I've placed in your care. It may look small, but it carries nations. When the baby in the dream is crying, heaven is signaling that something you were given has been delayed, neglected, or needs immediate attention. If the baby is crying in the dream loudly, softly, or persistently, it is not simply a distress signal. It is heaven calling you back to the responsibility you may have drifted from. A crying baby represents a neglected calling, a delayed assignment, a spiritual gift you haven't used, a purpose you've been avoiding, a prayer life you abandoned, a ministry God told you to start, but fear or distraction silenced. The crying is not condemnation, it's urgency. It's God whispering, return to what I gave you. Pay attention to what I placed inside you. The time for delay is over. You may have been distracted. You may have been discouraged. You may have been overwhelmed by life, responsibilities, battles, or heartbreak. But the dream is a reminder that your destiny is still calling your name, and heaven is not disappointed. It is inviting you back on track. A crying baby dream is a spiritual alarm clock, telling you the vision is ready for the next step. When the baby appears abandoned, God is exposing a neglected gift, calling, or responsibility, echoing the stewardship message of Matthew 25. This is one of the most sobering dream images. You see a baby left alone, a baby forgotten, a baby unprotected or overlooked. It may break your heart in the dream, and that is intentional. God uses emotional impact to awaken spiritual responsibility. An abandoned baby in a dream represents something God trusted you with that you may have walked away from, whether intentionally or unintentionally. This could be a calling you buried, a book you never wrote, a business you gave up on, a ministry idea you left sitting in your notes, a spiritual gift you stopped using out of fear, a talent you hid, just like the servant in Matthew 25 who buried his talent. That parable is directly connected to baby dreams. The unfaithful servant didn't lose his gift because he was evil. He lost it because he was afraid. Fear often convinces chosen ones to abandon what God birthed in them. But the dream is not to shame you. It is to reawaken you. God does not show you the abandoned baby to condemn you. He shows it to restore your commitment. He is telling you, this is still yours. This is still alive. Pick it up again. And when the dream shows the baby threatened or opposed, God is revealing that enemy resistance intensifies whenever your purpose grows, because creation itself is groaning for what you are carrying. Sometimes you may see the baby in danger, a threat approaching, an enemy trying to steal it, or circumstances trying to harm it. This is not to instill fear. It is to reveal the spiritual reality surrounding your calling. Whenever God births something powerful, the enemy attempts to attack it in infancy. This is a biblical pattern. Pharaoh tried to kill Moses at birth. Herod tried to kill Jesus when he was born. Why? Because the enemy fears what you're carrying. A threatened baby in a dream reflects spiritual warfare aimed at your purpose, your expansion, your elevation, and the impact of your calling. The greater your destiny. The earlier the warfare begins, the enemy stops what he fears most before it matures. This connects directly with Romans 8:22. All creation groans in labor pains, waiting for what you carry. Heaven is not showing you danger to frighten you. It is showing you the magnitude of your calling. You are carrying something that hell cannot stop, but it will try to resist. If the baby in your dream is under threat, God is telling you, you are on the verge of breakthrough. Protect what you carry. Strengthen your prayer life. Warfare is confirmation, not contradiction. You only face attacks when your purpose is growing. And so the deeper message of baby dreams becomes clear. God is revealing what He has planted, what requires your attention, and what must be protected as it grows. A baby dream is not about infancy, it is about destiny. It is not about fragility, it is about future greatness. It is not about weakness, it is about divine assignments growing inside you. God shows you the baby to remind you, you are pregnant with purpose. You are carrying something heaven has authored. You are responsible for nurturing what will one day transform lives. Whether the baby is healthy, crying, abandoned, or under attack, every detail is a personal message from heaven about your journey, your calling, and your next step. And if you've been seeing these dreams, it means this. Your season of spiritual birth is approaching. Your purpose is ready to emerge. Your calling has reached its time of revelation. Heaven is saying, prepare. What you carry must come forth. 5. Dreams of the departed. The revelation of healing or warning. There are dreams that comfort, dreams that challenge, and dreams that convict. But then, there are dreams that reach into the deepest places of the heart and stir emotions you did not even know were buried. Dreams where you encounter someone who has passed on, someone whose physical presence is no longer part of your waking world, someone whose absence still echoes in your life in ways you may not fully understand. These dreams are among the most spiritually charged experiences a chosen one can have. They do not come casually. They do not appear without purpose. When someone departed appears in your dream, heaven is engaging a layer of your soul that is often too guarded to access during the day. These dreams reveal either healing that is needed or a warning that must be heeded, and they always reach you at the exact moment you are ready emotionally, spiritually, or generationally to confront something that needs resolution. These encounters are sacred because they bypass your defenses. You cannot pretend in a dream. You cannot suppress grief, ignore trauma, silence guilt, or escape memories. In the dream realm, the heart speaks honestly, and God uses that honesty to reach you. When the departed appear, the purpose is often to heal unfinished parts of your heart that your waking mind refuses to acknowledge. There are moments in your dreams when a departed loved one steps into the scene, not with fear, not with disruption, but with a sense of presence so real it feels more like a visitation than a dream. Maybe it's a family member, a friend, a mentor, or someone whose absence changed you. Their appearance is not random, it is not meaningless, it is not simply your mind replaying memories. Often, God uses the dream realm to address the parts of you that have remained unresolved. Grief you never fully expressed, forgiveness you never fully offered, love you never fully articulated, questions that remained unanswered, guilt you've secretly carried, a wound you had buried beneath strength. When a departed person appears, God is communicating with you in a way your waking defenses could not block. Some things can only be healed when the heart is unguarded, and dreams create that opening. These encounters may come with clarity, or they may come wrapped in mystery, but they always come with purpose: to close emotional loops, to restore internal balance, to bring peace where there was pain. And the emotional impact of the encounter, whether heavy silence, tears, or spiritual weight, reveals that something sacred is being addressed. Most people who dream of the departed say the same thing. It felt different. It felt heavier. It felt holy. It felt like something was happening beyond the dream. This emotional intensity is not accidental. It is part of the message. When you encounter someone who has passed in a dream, the atmosphere around you often shifts. You may feel a heaviness that isn't negative. It's sacred. You may wake up in tears, not because of sorrow, but because the dream touched a tender place of your soul. You may feel warmth, release, closure, or even a weight lifting off you. The emotional weight is the indicator that God is doing surgery on the heart. Sometimes the departed say nothing, yet their silence speaks volumes. Sometimes they look at you with concern or compassion. Sometimes they simply appear and leave. Sometimes they embrace you, or you embrace them, and the feeling stays with you long after you wake. These encounters signify that your spirit is processing something deeply spiritual, something your mind cannot yet articulate, something your heart has long avoided, something heaven has decided it is time for you to address. Dreams of the departed are never trivial. They always carry emotional and spiritual depth. Yet, because the spiritual realm contains both truth and deception, discernment is required, because not every familiar face is sent by God. This is where many chosen ones must learn to walk in maturity. Just because you see a familiar face does not mean the dream is divine. Just because the person was once close to you does not mean the presence is safe. Just because the imagery resembles comfort does not mean the source is holy. The enemy can mimic voices. He can mimic memories. He can mimic appearances. Scripture warns us clearly in 2 Corinthians 11:14. Even Satan disguises himself as an angel of light. Why would he do this? Because he knows that the face of someone you loved can lower your guard. He knows that familiar emotions can bypass your discernment. He knows that grief can cloud judgment. This is not to instill fear. It is to sharpen discernment. Dreams of the departed require spiritual wisdom, because they come through a doorway of vulnerability. The question is not merely, who did I see? The real question is, what did I feel in my spirit? Discernment protects you from deception disguised as comfort. And so one of the most important questions to ask after such a dream is, how do I tell the source? Peace reveals the divine, while confusion or fear exposes the counterfeit. God does not speak in confusion. He does not visit you with panic. He does not communicate through spiritual chaos. In the dream realm, the fruit is the evidence of the source. If the dream of the departed left you with peace, peace in your chest, peace in your mind, peace in your emotions, peace that calms rather than disturbs, then the dream was from God. Peace is heaven's signature. It is the stamp of authenticity. It is the confirmation that healing, not harm, is occurring. But if you wake up with fear, dread, anxiety, tightness in your chest, or spiritual confusion, the dream was not from God. It was an intrusion, a counterfeit, a spiritual imitation designed to manipulate emotion or reopen wounds God already closed. The enemy does not have the power to heal, only to disturb. God does not disturb, only to heal. Your spirit will always know the difference. And this discernment matters because you are the spiritual gatekeeper responsible for the entry points of your life and for the breakthroughs that will transform your lineage. At the end of the day, dreams of the departed do not simply reveal something about your emotions, they reveal something about your spiritual authority. You are not a passive receiver of dream content. You are a gatekeeper, a steward, a watcher, a guardian. You decide what enters. You decide what is allowed to influence your spirit. You decide what gets access to your emotional world. God allows certain dreams to reveal where your gates are open, where boundaries need reinforcement, and where generational patterns are being confronted. Dreams of the departed often point to ancestral healing, generational trauma, generational curses being broken, generational assignments being passed down, generational cycles coming to an end. This is why the dream realm becomes a battleground. This is why discernment becomes essential. This is why God allows these dreams at strategic points in your journey. You are not just dreaming for yourself. You are dreaming for your bloodline. Some of the healing you experience in these dreams will ripple into your children and grandchildren. Some of the warnings you receive will close doors that past generations didn't know how to close. Some of the breakthroughs you embrace will shift the trajectory of everyone who comes after you. Dreams of the departed often reveal that you are the one chosen to break what others carried silently. You are the one assigned to finish what others started. You are the one positioned to heal what others didn't know how to heal. And heaven trusts you with this assignment. And so the deeper message becomes clear. Dreams of the departed are sacred invitations to healing, to discernment, and to generational transformation. Some bring comfort, some bring closure, some bring correction, some bring warning. But all bring insight. They show you where your heart still needs mending. They show you where your spirit must grow stronger. They show you where the enemy is attempting deception. They show you where God is awakening, breakthroughs generations have waited for. These dreams do not come to torment you. They come to transition you. They come to remind you that healing is unfolding, purpose is awakening, and wisdom is deepening. They come to show you that God is involved in every corner of your soul, even the corners where memories and emotions intermingle with the unseen. And if you've been having these dreams, God is saying, I am touching the deep places. I am closing old wounds. I am warning where needed, healing where required, and strengthening where essential, because you are a chosen one. And chosen ones do not dream randomly, they dream prophetically. 6. Dream of falling, the revelation of what must be released. When God brings you into a dream where you find yourself suddenly plunging through the air, losing your footing, or slipping from a height you thought was secure, He is not terrifying you for no reason. Falling dreams are some of the most misunderstood spiritual experiences, yet for the chosen ones, they are often the loudest wake-up calls from heaven. filled with meaning, mercy, and direction. Falling is never just falling. It is always pointing to something God is asking you to confront, release, or rebuild. And so the journey begins with the first revelation. As the sudden fall interrupts your dream, God is revealing a spiritual interruption in your life. The moment in the dream when you suddenly drop, your stomach rising to your throat, your heart racing, your breath stopping, is not merely psychological. For the chosen ones, it signals a divine interception, a moment where God interrupts not just your dream, but your pattern. What feels like a loss of control in the dream is often a symbol of something in your waking life that you've been trying to manage on your own strength. Something God is now shaking loose. It might be a relationship you've clung to because you feared change. It might be a job or role you've outgrown but felt obligated to maintain. It might be a version of yourself that no longer fits your spiritual assignment. Falling is God doing what you haven't found the courage to do. Many chosen ones describe these dreams happening just before major life transitions. That is not coincidence, it is divine timing. The sudden fall in the dream mirrors the spiritual truth. You are losing control over something that God never intended you to hold on to forever. The fall is not punishment, it is redirection. It is the first crack in the shell you've outgrown. And the deeper truth: if God let you stay where you were, your growth would be stunted, your calling suffocated. The fall is the doorway into the next level. Because the fall feels violent, it shows God is shaking loose what was built on unstable foundations. As you drop through the dream, the force of the fall mirrors a spiritual reality. God is dismantling something that could not hold the weight of your calling. This is why falling dreams often feel abrupt, even jarring. They represent a sudden exposure of foundations you have relied on but never examined. Jesus warned about these moments in Matthew 7:24-27. Anything built on sand, on assumptions, illusions, pride, fear, emotional attachment, or spiritual negligence must fall so something stable can rise. And here is the surprising thing. Many chosen ones assume God is angry when they dream of falling, yet in truth, He is protecting them from collapse in the future by allowing a collapse in the present. A false identity will fall. A false security will fall. A false dependence will fall. A false belief will fall. A false connection will fall. If it wasn't meant to hold you, God will not let it keep you. This is why the fall feels forceful. You are leaning on something weak. The dream is God's way of saying, "Child, I cannot let you build a destiny on a foundation that will betray you later." So He tears it down, not to harm you, but to free you, not to shame you, but to prepare you, not to embarrass you, but to anchor you. Every chosen one who grows deeply in God will face this moment where heaven pulls them out of what was comfortable in order to build something unshakable. Yet, even as you fall, the rescue in the dream reveals that God always intervenes before the impact. This is one of the most profound spiritual mysteries. Most people never hit the ground in a falling dream. There is always a moment of waking, a sudden stop, a shift, or a divine rescue, because God wants to show you something important. You may fall, but you will not be destroyed. Think of Peter sinking on the water. The moment he began to fall, Jesus didn't criticize him. He reached out and grabbed him. The fall wasn't to shame him, but to save him. It revealed a weakness Peter didn't know he had, and a savior he didn't realize he needed that deeply. Falling dreams work the same way. The fall is the revelation. The rescue is the assurance. The interruption is the invitation to trust. Too many chosen ones interpret falling dreams as signs of failure, but God is showing the exact opposite. You were never supposed to carry this alone. Let me catch you. Some falls come because you stepped out of alignment, others come because God is elevating you, and some come because the next level requires stripping away what the old level relied on. But no fall is without divine intervention. No fall ends in destruction. No fall is beyond God's reach. He stops the impact because you were never meant to be crushed, only awakened. And when you awaken from the fall, the dream becomes a question. Lord, What are you asking me to rebuild? Every falling dream contains a divine inquiry. God is not simply showing you what is collapsing, He is showing you what He wants to restore, renew, or rebuild in a stronger, more aligned way. The dream asks you, is there a structure in your life that has been weakening? Is there a habit you've ignored? Is there a relationship God has been trying to shift? Is there a belief that no longer matches your calling? Is there a foundation you've outgrown? When you feel the fall, you are encountering God's invitation. Let me rebuild this according to my design. Here's the truth many avoid. Some things can only be rebuilt after they've fallen. Some identities only reshape after they've shattered. Some callings only activate after everything else becomes unstable. Some destinies only release after you lose what you thought you couldn't live without. So the real question is not, why did I fall? The real question is, what is God making room for? Because the fall always clears space. The fall always breaks what was brittle. The fall always exposes what is real. The fall always reveals what must be surrendered. The fall always prepares you for what was coming. Every chosen one who rises must first go through a fall, not to lose themselves, but to lose what was never truly them. If you have dreamed of falling, do not fear. Heaven is not punishing you, it is positioning you. God is not abandoning you, He is catching you. Your life is not collapsing, it is being rebuilt. You are being realigned with destiny. You are being redirected into purpose. You are being restructured for elevation. And when the dust settles, you will realize the fall was the turning point. The fall was the mercy. The fall was the preparation. The fall was the deliverance. The fall was God's way of lifting you higher. 7. Dream of being watched. The revelation of spiritual activation. There are certain dreams that do not feel like dreams at all. They feel like encounters, moments when you become aware, even within sleep, that you are not alone. Moments when the atmosphere thickens, when you sense a presence that is not threatening but undeniably alert, observant, and engaged with you. For the chosen ones, these dreams mark a critical shift in spiritual identity. They are not nightmares. They are not random. They are initiation. You are being awakened to a deeper level of spiritual reality, one you have always been part of, but perhaps never fully perceived. And so, the revelation begins with that subtle shift. When the silent presence enters the dream, it signals that the atmosphere around you has shifted. In these dreams, it's rarely dramatic. More often, it's quiet. A hallway grows still. A shadow stands unmoving at a distance. Eyes watch from just beyond the light. Sometimes you don't see anything, you simply know. You feel the air thicken. You sense a consciousness other than your own. It is not paranoia, it is perception. Many chosen ones dismiss these dreams because nothing happened. But in the spiritual realm, silence is never empty. The very awareness that you are being watched is a message. Your spiritual environment has changed. These dreams come when, you are crossing spiritual thresholds. Your discernment is maturing. Your calling is activating. Your presence is recognized in the unseen realm. And here is the truth most never hear. Being watched in a dream is not a sign of danger first. It is a sign of significance. The silent presence is heaven's way of saying, your spirit has awakened. You are now perceiving what has always been there. And as you notice the presence, it reveals the reason you have become visible to the spiritual realm. This is where the dream deepens. The reason you feel watched is not because you are weaker, but because you are stronger. The moment a chosen one begins aligning with calling, heaven, and destiny, they become visible beyond the physical world. You are now a spiritual signal, a beacon, a disturbance to darkness, a rising force in the kingdom. This is why these dreams often come after a breakthrough, a spiritual decision, a season of prayer, deliverance from old patterns, or a moment of obedience you thought was small. In the unseen realm, nothing about you is small. Ephesians 6:12 tells us that our wrestling is not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, powers, rulers of darkness, and spiritual hosts of wickedness. When you step into your identity, you step into the battlefield, and both heaven and hell notice. Some presences in these dreams are angelic, others are monitoring spirits, some are ancestral in awareness, others are simply the spiritual world reacting to your movement. But the point is not who is watching, the point is why. You have activated something, you have stepped into visibility, you have taken up spiritual space, you have awakened your assignment, and visibility always comes before responsibility. And though the sensation feels intense, the message is not fear, it is awareness. Most people awaken from these dreams with their heart pounding, not because the presence attacked them, but because the dream felt real. This is exactly how spiritual activation feels, like your inner world is suddenly tuned into the unseen frequencies. Fear is not the goal, awareness is. You are not being hunted, you are being highlighted. You are marked, you are set apart, you are spiritually elevated. This is what spiritual maturity looks like, perception without panic. Fear comes when you think you are being watched because you are vulnerable. Awareness comes when you understand you are being watched because you are powerful. The shift is subtle but life-changing. When chosen ones reach this level, they stop interpreting spiritual pressure as personal weakness. They realize the truth. Pressure is proof of purpose. Observation is proof of elevation. Awareness is proof of activation. You are not seeing more because you are fragile. You are seeing more because you are ready. And with your awareness open, the dream moves to the next revelation. Heaven has already sent backup. One of the most comforting truths about being watched in the dream realm is this: you are never outnumbered, never unprotected, never alone. Just like Elisha's servant, whose eyes were opened to see the chariots of fire surrounding them, these dreams often indicate that heaven's army has already been dispatched on your behalf. The watchers in your dream are not the only ones present. Angels are assigned, warriors are stationed. The spiritual realm around you is active and defended. If you were truly unprotected, you would not be allowed to see what watches you. God reveals the watcher, so you will recognize the watcher above all watchers, the one who never sleeps nor slumbers. Many chosen ones feel the spiritual gaze, but forget the spiritual guard. But the two always come together. If darkness watches you, light surrounds you. If the enemy observes you, heaven backs you. If spiritual eyes monitor you, spiritual fire protects you. This is why you wake up from these dreams with a mixture of awe and alertness, not dread. Your spirit knows what your mind is learning. You are safe, you are shielded, you are covered. And the presence you sensed was not a threat to fear, but a reminder of the war you are equipped for. And once you understand the protection, the dream calls you into the final revelation. It is time to stand. Being watched in a dream is not passive, it is a summons. When heaven allows you to perceive spiritual attention, it is activating a deeper level of responsibility within you. Your obedience now carries generational weight. You are not just being watched, you are being evaluated, measured, marked for assignment. Heaven is asking, will you rise into who you truly are? Because every chosen one must eventually step into the moment where they stop running from the spiritual world and start standing in it. These dreams come when you are crossing thresholds that affect more than your own life, your family, your lineage, your territory, your calling, your descendants, your spiritual inheritance. You may feel like you are just you, but in the spirit, you are a gatekeeper, a breaker, a restorer, a carrier of generational purpose. This is why heaven opens your eyes. This is why you feel watched. This is why the dream feels so real. It is not intimidation, it is invitation. It is not surveillance, it is commissioning. You are being called to stand. Stand in prayer, stand in identity, stand in discernment, stand in obedience, stand in authority. Because when you stand, everything connected to you rises. If you have dreamed of being watched, you are stepping into spiritual maturity. You are not imagining things, you are awakening to things. The veil between realms is thinning around you because your calling requires deeper sight, deeper strength, and deeper awareness. You are not being targeted, you are being elevated. Heaven is backing you. The spiritual realm recognizes you. Your obedience is shifting generations. Your presence is affecting atmospheres. You are not just dreaming, you are awakening. After walking through the 7 dreams God uses to speak to the chosen ones, a deeper clarity begins to rise within you. You no longer look at your nights as random illusions or emotional leftovers. You see them now as spiritual blueprints, carefully placed into your spirit by the one who knows your destiny, your battles, and your becoming. Your dreams are not accidents. They are not noise. They are not illusions. They are messages, instructions, warnings, affirmations, and invitations. So, as we conclude this journey, let the final revelation settle deep within you. God has been preparing you in the night so you can walk differently during the day. And once you understand this, you realize that these dreams are not just experiences, they are invitations into action. Every dream God sends is a call, a summons, a step toward alignment. The dream realm is where He bypasses the noise of your waking mind and speaks directly to the part of you that cannot fake, deny, or hide the spirit. This is why dreams often feel more vivid than real life, more emotional than your waking experiences, more symbolic than literal, more persistent than your thoughts. Because dreams are not mere memories, they are instructions encoded in imagery. They are blueprints of who you are becoming, whispers of what is shifting, warnings of what must be corrected, reassurances of what heaven is already doing within you. Dreams are the place where God prepares your spirit to walk differently so that your waking steps are guided, aligned, and empowered. He is not just showing you dreams, He is shaping you through them. And when you see dreams as instructions, you recognize that each dream type requires a practical spiritual response. God does not reveal to overwhelm you, He reveals to equip you. And now that you've walked through each dream type, you carry spiritual responsibility to respond with intention, wisdom, and surrender. Here is what each dream calls you to do. Water, dreams, surrender, and examine resistance. If the waters are chaotic, God is showing you the parts of your heart that are not yet surrendered. Emotional overwhelm, buried pain, or unspoken fear may be rising to the surface, not to drown you, but to deliver you. If the waters are still, God is affirming your alignment. If the waters are moving, He is inviting you into transition. Water dreams call you to ask, what is God washing away, and what is He leading me toward? Serpent dreams evaluate relationships and seek discernment. Snake dreams wake you to unseen threats, jealousy, betrayal, manipulation, or spiritual interference. God uses these dreams to sharpen your discernment and highlight relationships or environments that require wisdom. The question is not, who do I fear, but who do I need to evaluate? It is spiritual training for sight, not paranoia. It is preparation, not punishment. Door dreams assess timing, courage, and obedience. Open doors test your readiness. Locked doors test your patience. Broken doors test your vigilance. Standing before the door tests your courage. God uses door dreams to show you where you stand in His timing, whether you are ready to walk through, called to wait, or warned to guard your boundaries. The dream is asking, are you prepared for what you prayed for? Baby dreams revisit the vision, the calling, or the assignment you neglected. A baby in a dream is not biological first, it is spiritual. It may represent a calling you abandoned, a dream you dismissed, a vision you delayed, a purpose you doubted. A crying baby means urgency, an abandoned baby means neglect, a protected baby means stewardship, Baby dreams remind you that what God planted in you is alive, and heaven is holding you accountable for nurturing it. Dreams of the departed seek healing, closure, and discernment. These dreams are deeply emotional because they bypass shields you normally hide behind. But not every familiar face is of God. Discernment is necessary. If the dream brings peace, God is healing you. If the dream brings fear or confusion, it is a counterfeit. These dreams call you to release what is unresolved and to reclaim what is spiritually yours. Falling dreams release, control, and rebuild. On truth, a sudden fall in a dream is not fear, it is revelation. God is exposing false foundations, illusions of control, or areas of pride, fear, or dependence. He is not letting you fall, he is letting you see where you are leaning on the wrong thing. These dreams call you to rebuild with honesty, humility, and divine alignment. Being watched dreams recognize spiritual activation and stand in authority. The moment you feel watched in your dreams, heaven is signaling that your spiritual identity has awakened. You are not being stalked, you are being recognized. These dreams call you to stand in authority, awareness, and readiness. Heaven is marking you as someone who influences atmospheres, breaks cycles, and shifts generations. And when you know how to respond, there is only one final exhortation: become intentional with what God shows you. This is where the chosen ones separate themselves from the ordinary. You don't dismiss what God reveals. You don't minimize what heaven whispers. You don't walk away unchanged. You become intentional. Write the dreams down. Pray through them. Ask for interpretation. Respond with action. Guard your spirit life. Stay alert, awake, and receptive. God is not entertaining you. He is equipping you. Every dream is a tool. Every vision is a seed. Every message is preparation. You are not the same person who began this teaching. Your awareness has deepened. Your discernment has sharpened. Your spirit has awakened. You are being refined, rebuilt, and repurposed. And because this journey must end with surrender, we close with prayer. Father, in the name of Jesus, I thank you for every person reading this, every chosen one. You have called, awakened, and drawn closer through dreams and visions. I pray for clarity, that every symbol becomes understandable, and every message becomes unmistakable. I pray for courage, that fear is replaced with faith, and hesitation becomes obedience. I pray for discernment, that they can tell what is from you, what is from their own emotions, and what is a counterfeit. I pray for protection, that every night is covered, every atmosphere is guarded, and every attack is cancelled. For those who dreamed of water, bring healing and surrender. For those who dreamed of serpents, bring exposure and discernment. For those who dreamed of doors, bring timing and courage. For those who dreamed of babies, bring revival of purpose. For those who dreamed of the departed, bring closure and truth. For those who dreamed of falling, bring rebuilding and restoration. For those who dreamed of being watched, bring authority and activation. Father, seal these dreams, seal these lessons, seal this calling, and lead every chosen one into deeper revelation, deeper purpose, and deeper alignment with your will. Amen. And as you feel this word settle in your spirit, there is one final call to action. If this message spoke to you, declare it openly. I receive the vision. Your words are spiritual agreements. Your declaration is a key. Stay connected, stay aligned, stay awakened. More revelation is coming. More instruction is waiting. More clarity will follow. And until the next message, this is your charge. Stay watchful, stay faithful, stay ready. Your calling is unfolding even now.